Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. We are sitting here at the lake ready to roll. It's a cool, crisp morning. It's supposed to be a nice overall day. Might be a little bit of a chance of rain, but I'm itching to get out. I'm also excited to share with you a new collaboration between Core Tackle and Mr. Twister. That's right, Mr. Twister has come out with their new Cometa SI salt infused soft stick bait. And this thing pairs extremely well with the Core Tackle Wacky shots. So between Mr. Twister and Core Tackle, we thought it would be a really cool promotion to do to put the two baits together. So right now, if you go to Mr. Twister's website and purchase 3 packs of their new Cometa salt infused, the Cometa SI soft stick baits, you'll get a free sampler pack of Core Tackle Wacky shots, both the weedless and non-weedless versions. So you'll have both hooks ready to go for your Cometas. Wacky rig is just one of the best baits to throw, no matter where you're at in the country. So we thought this would be a really cool collaboration. And I'm excited to get out on the water right now, show you how well the Cometa works with the Core Tackle Wacky shots. So let's get out there, enough talking. So the body of water that I'm fishing today is really stump-filled, dark body of water. So I'm just gonna start, I've got a pack of the bubblegum colored Cometa. I'm going to show you how to rig it on the weedless Wacky shot first. So this is it's a little bit different than your traditional rigging methods. In this case, we've got the hitchhiker mounted around the hook shank. All you're going to do is take your hook and put it wherever you want it on your worm. So you want to make sure it's centered, and in this case I'm just going to put it right about there. That's where I want it. Once you get to that point, you're just going to actually go into your corkscrew motion. So you're going to apply a little bit of pressure and you're going to corkscrew it right up. And in this case, you know, the hitchhiker that we put on our Core Tackle Wacky shots is an oversized hitchhiker. And one of the things that's so nice with the Cometa, it's a little bit of a thicker body, and the hitchhiker fits really nice on the inside. So you're going to screw it up until it hits the weight, and that's it. In this case, I'll push the weed guard back down a little bit, and there you go. We are ready to roll. That's our Cometa on the weedless Wacky. Now, since I'm doing this, I'll show you how to rig up the non-weedless version, because this is a little bit different. So in this case, the hitchhiker is mounted off of the hook shank, just like that. And you're just going to start it wherever you want it. And I like to take my 2 fingers and hold the worm centered, line up the bait roughly where I want it, and push down on the bait and start my twist. Just to get the hitchhiker centered. And at that point, I'll continue to finish the twist all the way up until it hits the weight, nice and tight, just like that. And I'll have it so that the hook point is perpendicular to the direction of the worm. And now you can take that out, throw it around. It gives you a really good presentation. Feels good. Oh yeah, nice one. Real nice one. You like the pink? Well, that didn't take long. He likes the pink Cometa. That's a nice one. It's a good way to start the day. Man, I'll tell you, we're a little bit early probably for fishing like a true wacky worm. I mean, we're still middle of April, water's in the 40s. And generally, the fish aren't going to be up in these spawning areas, you would think, until, you know, another couple weeks once the water gets warmer. But I really like fishing these types of areas because these fish, some of them, not all of them, but some of them this time of year will get as shallow as they can get on these sunny days. And right now, I mean, it's cold. My hands are cold. You know, the wind is starting to pick up, my ears are cold, but I'll tell you what, the part of my body that's getting hit by the sun right now feels good. Like, if it's just one of those chilly days where a warm sun feels good. And there's not any doubt that a bass like that one was hanging out in 1.5 feet of water by that piece of wood, doing the exact same thing, just sunning themselves. So don't think just because the water's in the 40s doesn't mean you can't pick up a Wacky rig. You just gotta recognize probably the best areas of where they're gonna be. And I love picking apart shallow cover like this. Just a really fun bite, and it's only gonna get better for the next, you know, month, at least in my neck of the woods, up in the, you know, the Wisconsin, Minnesota, the upper Midwest type area. It's only going to keep getting better. Oh boy. Come here. That's a nice one. Down at the belly. That's a good one. Right on this little point. That's a nice one. Really impressed with the Cometa so far. I mean, this is still the first one we put on. The bait has not moved. It's still, I haven't repositioned it or anything. And it's got great movement in the water. It's very, it's just got like the right weight, the right fall. It's got a really good movement on it. If you throw the 1/8 ounce size, it's a little bit harder of a wobble. If you throw just the 1/28 ounce size, it's not, you know, a super fast fall, so it slows the wobble up, but it's more of a tantalizing movement. Really nice so far. It's holding up really well. It's just the right size. Some, you know, you throw some stick baits and it's like some of them feel like they don't want to sink. Some of them are too heavy. It's just one of those things where some of them don't have the movement. This thing just is really tantalizing. And the other key is you want a bait when you pop it, when you actually like twitch your rod tip, the bait folds up and springs open really nice. And that's what this does too. It's got a lot of motion on its own. So whatever the plastic is that they use, whatever the makeup of the plastic, is a really good composition. I also want to point out, so I'm fishing a lot of really shallow stuff here, and I am throwing the lighter weight, but you don't want to necessarily always sleep on throwing you know, say a 1/8 of an ounce in shallow water too. Sometimes you got to let the fish dictate whether they want a faster fall, which will have more side-to-side movement, or you know, sometimes they want just the slowest fall as possible. That's another nice one. Whew. Oh, another big one. And guys, I just caught one that was about this size, not just down the bank, and the camera stopped right before it, so I have the audio and I don't have the video, so I probably won't show it, but same bait, same worm. Another nice one, probably 3.5. Nice belly on it. So the current or the wind is really picked up on us. Just kind of like somebody turned on a light switch. And a couple of things I want to point out when fishing a wacky rig. A lot of people will put a wacky rig down when fishing in the wind. But I'm here to tell you that you definitely still can fish a wacky rig in the wind. You just got to use it to your advantage. So that's the second one. I'm actually letting the wind, now that one hit almost instantly, but the whole goal is the wind's blowing pretty stiff at me. And I'm trying to let the wind actually take the wacky rig down the bank, almost as if I was fishing like river current. Because these fish are relating solely to the bank right now. And from that standpoint, that's where I want to make sure that I'm presenting the bait. And the water is so dirty that it's like the longer I can keep it in the strike zone, the better. So I'm actually letting the wind grab it, and then, you know, it'll actually bow my line up and pull it down a little bit along that bank, which, you know, it's not necessarily the way I'd like to do it, but I'm actually allowing myself to cover a little bit more bank by playing the wind. The other thing is, anytime you're casting in the wind with a wacky rig, make sure that you cast low. Either, I mean, if like in this case, I can still skip it because the waves in this little bay are better, but if I throw my bait up high, the wind's gonna grab it and arch it. And then when I'm retrieving it, if I'm not letting the wind bring it and I'm actually trying to keep it in place, keep your rod tip down and twitch it from that standpoint. You know, a lot of people will put the wacky rig down as soon as the wind comes out. You can definitely still play it, you can fish it, and a lot of times that wind will allow you to like hover your bait in place, which keeps it in the strike zone longer. And if you've got a good weedless wacky rig, then you can bring it through all this cover, and you know, the wind is going to be a pain in the butt, but you can still fish it, and that's all that matters. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering why I'm throwing bubble gum. And there's really a couple of reasons for it. I don't honestly think it's necessarily the best color to be throwing right now, but I really like it mainly because I can see it. And when I'm fishing so much wood cover, having that bubble gum allows me to bring it through the cover better because I can see it when it comes up to the surface. You know, most of the bites that you get are below the point where I can see it. So it's not like I'm watching my bait, watching it disappear. But I'm really using it because I can see it when I need to get it up and over a bait. I can get it up to this, pop it up to the surface, and I can see it, and then I can bring it up over cover. And so it's really to allow me to maneuver the bait better. On top of that, I mean, I do love watching fish eat it. So if I can see that, that's great, but I have yet to see a bite yet. You know, most of these fish are down on the bottom. You know, it's only 1.5 feet, but the water's so dark, I can only see the bait 6 inches under the surface, so it's not a huge factor from that standpoint. I do think, you know, when you're fishing dark water, having a bright bait, especially in the springtime, can be beneficial. So, you know, I'm not opposed to using pink, but I'm using it really more for my own ability to continue to fish the bait clean through the cover and present it properly. To me, that's a big factor. And then, you know, just from a tackle standpoint, nothing fancy. I've got this is a custom built rod. It's an NSJ 872, so it's like a medium action 7.3 spinning rod that I built. It's an MHX blank. I've got it paired up with a Abu Garcia Xenon X spinning reel, and then I've got 10-pound Berkeley forward braid to a 10-pound Berkeley 100% fluorocarbon leader. You know, I would consider it pretty standard wacky rig tackle, but you know, I do think it's important to have a fast action rod, a medium power, especially when you're talking about fishing a weedless hook. At that point, you know, you probably want something a little heavier than a medium light, and something that you can drive the hook home in. Oh, he's got me around something. He's off. Golly, it's another nice one. Man, another good one in the mouth. The Wacky rig is one of the funnest bites out there. It really is. Like, he's actually peeing. Look at him. Close to a 3-pounder. And by the way, still the same Cometa that we started with. Same one. Still looks great. That's how good they hold up. There's just something special about a Wacky rig bite. Like, it's almost like bobber fishing in a way, you know. You're just waiting for that tick, and it's just I don't know. I love it. I love it, and it's one of the most effective, efficient ways you can fish, in my opinion. Get out of there. Another nice one. There we go. Another one. Every one of these been a good fish. Well, I think I've showed you how good of a pairing the Cometa with the core tackle Wacky shot, catch a nice bass. Remember, if you want to try the 2 out and you want to pick up some of these Cometas from Mr. Twister, if you buy 3 packs of these, you get a free core tackle sample pack of our Wacky shots. I'll put the link in the video description for you guys. Go check it out. If you love to fish a Wacky worm, you got to try these, and you got to try our hooks. And this is a great way to do it. I'll put the link in the video description. Guys, still the same worm. Same worm. Anyways. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all the support. Stay tuned. New video coming out tomorrow.